In the cozy village of Windy Willow, lived a little girl named Lila. She had curly hair, sparkly eyes, and a million questions. She always asked, "Why does the wind dance?" Or "Where do shadows sleep at night?" Her parents smiled, but most grown-ups shook their heads. "Too many questions, Lila," they'd say. But she didn't stop. One rainy day, while exploring her grandmother's attic, she found something strange. A tall, dusty broom with silver threads around its handle. As Lila reached for the broom, it blinked. Not sparkled, blinked like it had eyes. "Yipe!" she cried, falling backward. The broom shivered, then whispered, "You're not afraid?" Lila gasped. "You talk." The broom coughed a little puff of dust. "Of course I talk. I'm not just any broom. I'm Barnaby, sweeper of skies and polisher of clouds." Lila grinned, forgetting to be scared. "Can you fly?" "Only with someone brave enough to ask questions," Barnaby said with a wink. Lila gripped the broom's silver handle. "Ready," she shouted. But Barnaby grumbled. "Not yet. You haven't learned how to lean, steer, or land." Lila tilted forward and whoosh. The broom shot through the attic window with a burst of glitter. They spun through a flock of birds, zipped past wind chimes, and barely missed a weather vane. "Slow down," Lila screamed, holding tight. "You're the one steering." Barnaby snapped. "We're going to crash." They tumbled into a haystack beside a pumpkin patch. Lila groaned. "Ow!" Barnaby sneezed. "Well, you didn't crash into a castle, so that's a win." Lila sat up, brushing straw from her hair. "Okay, flying is harder than I thought." Barnaby hovered beside her. "You're not bad for a beginner." She smiled, heart racing. "Let's try again, but maybe slower." Barnaby nodded. "That's the spirit." For the next few days, Lila practiced flying every morning. She learned to balance, loop, hover, and even spin without falling. Barnaby was a strict teacher. Feet together. Eyes forward. Never chase squirrels midair. But Lila laughed through it all. She finally shouted, "Look, I can do it," as she soared over sunflowers. "Well done," Barnaby said proudly. One evening Barnaby whispered, "Would you like to see something special?" Lila's eyes sparkled. "Always." They flew high, so high the stars looked close enough to touch. "This is the sky sweeper's path," Barnaby said. "Only those with curious hearts can see it." The air shimmered with floating sparkles. "Can I clean the stars?" Lila asked. Barnaby looked serious. "Only the oldest brooms may touch stars. They're delicate." But curiosity tugged at Lila. One night, while Barnaby slept in the broom closet, she tiptoed out. "Just one star," she whispered, flying up into the sky alone. She reached a twinkling one and brushed it gently with the tip of the broom. It flickered, then wobbled, then poof. It sneezed, glowing bits flying everywhere. "Oh no!" Lila gasped. More stars began blinking and bouncing out of place. The sky looked confused. Some stars fell into tree branches. Others bounced off rooftops. Barnaby awoke with a jolt. "Who touched the stars?" he shouted, flying outside. Lila hung her head. "I just wanted to see if I could." Barnaby's voice trembled. "The sky is a map. Now it's scrambled." Barnaby summoned the broom council. Wise old brooms with feathered tips and glittery handles. They floated in a circle. "This child has disturbed the order," one broom boomed. Lila whispered, "I didn't mean to." A shorter broom spoke gently. She was curious. "That's how all great sweepers begin." The others murmured, "Let's see how she repairs her mistake." Lila took a deep breath. "I'll fix it. I promise." With Barnaby by her side, she flew through the sky, finding each runaway star. She sang softly as she brushed them back into place. One by one the stars settled. Some giggled. Others hummed. The sky began to glow again. Only one star remained, hidden in a foggy cloud over the sea. "That one's the North Star," Barnaby warned. "Be careful." Lila flew through the cloud and found it stuck in sea mist. she whispered. "Sorry, little star," and polished it gently. The star blinked twice, then zoomed to its place with a joyful sparkle. With the stars returned, the sky shone clearer than ever. The broom council reappeared. "She fixed what she broke. With care." "And courage," added another. "And honesty," Barnaby whispered. Lila beamed as the brooms spun in a happy circle. "Let her be our apprentice," the council declared. Lila was given a silver badge. Apprentice of the Wind and Stars. Her name glowed beside the constellation of sweepers. "This is just the beginning," Barnaby said. "Are you ready to keep learning?" Lila nodded. "I'll never stop asking questions. But now I'll ask, carefully." Back home, Lila shared her adventures with her friends. They didn't laugh. Instead, they listened wide-eyed. "Can we learn too?" one boy asked. "Everyone can learn," Lila said. "But it starts with a question and some care. Kind. Clean up your mess, magical or not." Everyone in Windy Willow began sweeping their porches with a little more wonder. Lila helped the baker sweep sugar sparkles. She cleared dust bunnies from the mayor's roof. She even helped the clouds untangle their fluff after a windy storm. One night, the stars sent a glittering ribbon down to her window. "Thank you," they whispered. Lila tied the ribbon in her hair. "I'll keep it safe." Barnaby blinked proudly. He yawned. "Even magical brooms need a nap." He curled up by the fireplace, snoring softly. Lila covered him with a tea towel and whispered, "Sweet dreams, sky sweeper." Lila stood under the stars and whispered, "I'll keep learning. I'll ask before touching. I'll clean what I break. And I'll fly with my heart open." The stars twinkled in reply. The moral of the story: curiosity is a beautiful gift, but it must be guided by care, kindness, and responsibility. Lila's adventure shows that asking questions and exploring the world is how we grow, but we must also be gentle with the things we don't yet understand. True magic isn't just in discovery. It's in how we use what we've learned to make the world better.